Pay attention.
Creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Yeah, Poopy square.
The Playable Characters Podcast. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Hey, welcome back to the
What is this called?
Playable Characters Podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
Thanks, Alp.
Why are you whispering?
I don't know.
Why are you whispering today?
I'm always too loud.
I know, you are always too loud, but
I'm
it's
just
all right.
excited.
Just in the beginning.
Every episode, I'm so excited
After
to
you
do this
settle in.
podcast. Yeah. So our guest is laughing. But it's me and you today, buddy.
Yeah, Calvin, unfortunately, couldn't be here.
Yeah. I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. My wife said, you guys should get a guest host when you say that because I think people know that one of you is doing the other character. I'm like, yeah, that's part of the joke. Of course. Of course, I think people know that.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ryan. Sometimes some of us can't make it here.
Yeah,
it's just scheduling
true.
problems.
Yeah, Calvin can never really make it anywhere, to be honest. But like today. But no, this is hey. Before we dive in, I want to. Last week's episode was Willy Beamish, which was a great PC game back in the early '90s. I think it's a cool thing about our podcast. Even if you don't know who the character is, it's entertaining. It's going to be fun. We've had people tell us like, "Hey, I have no idea who that person was." But it was still a great episode. So if you see the Willy Beamish, you're like, who's that? I'm going to skip that one. Don't. Go back. Listen to it. It'll be fun. We have a lot of episodes of characters we've made up. We try to make some obscure ones, right? And I think it's part of the fun of this.
These are real people coming into our studio.
I'm sorry.
That have stories to tell.
Alp never breaks character.
I don't know what this nonsense is.
Anywho's
trying to be like a meta hipster or something, but these are real interviews.
Hey, we're going to be at the Brooklyn Geek Fest this weekend.
Yes.
April 7th and 8th, which is going to be, is that this weekend? No, next weekend, April 7th and 8th.
April 7th and 8th.
In Brooklyn. Check out Gotham City Games. They run it. You can get tickets there. It's going to be great. We're going to have a booth. We're going to play some live Wed Bed Dead. It's going to be super cool. So,
and as always, hit us up on social media at Playable Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. And we have a Patreon and a Patreon page, like we told you last week.
For you blokes.
Patreon.com/PlayablePodcast. Help us out. We're gonna make some cool things. We're trying to make a VR podcast experience so that you guys can VR into it virtually.
That'd be great.
But obviously that's going to cost upwards of $30-40 million to develop technology.
At
so
least.
give what you can.
Give what you can. We're almost there.
We're almost there. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
who's our guest today?
Holy shit! Who's our guest? I mean, would you say this is probably one of the first, like a video game almost everybody in the world that's gone to school has played?
Yeah, this is like an institutional video game.
Yes.
Because it was in almost every school computer.
It was one of the first educational games, I guess, that was fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was crazy. It taught you where the state of Oregon was, I think.
Did it? I didn't really figure out where
I still had no idea.
Oregon was.
But we have a traveler, a camper, a hunter. I don't know. We're gonna talk to him from the Oregon Trail. So hello.
Yes, hello.
How you doing, partner?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing awesome.
Excellent. What's your name?
Well, you see, my name was originally Clark Lewison, but then the player character got to rename us, so now my name is Pooh Mouth Ass Face.
Oh, so do you prefer Clark or should we call you?
Pooh Mouth Ass Face.
Oh, you could just call me Pooh Mouth. It's fine. It's been so many years.
I used to always.
Can I say PM? I don't want to have to say Pooh Mouth every time.
Pooh Mouth isn't bad.
Oh, you can just call me Puma. Puma's fine.
Pooh Mouth.
Puma.
Pooh Mouth.
No, just Puma, please.
Right. I used to always give.
So Pooh Mouth.
I always give my people names like Dick and Butt.
Yeah.
And like Balls. So.
Yeah. Balls. I remember when Balls died on the trail.
Oh, you know Balls.
I do. I pass his grave every trail.
Oh.
It says, "Here lies Balls."
Yeah.
They smell.
I mean, come on. How much fun was that? Because then the next person would play like the next day, if they got to that point, would see that.
Yeah.
And your friends would laugh and giggle while you were doing your spelling test on the side. Yeah.
I remember my old girlfriend Vagina when she died.
Poor
It was
Vagina.
so sad.
Oh man, that's really sad.
So every trip you take, are you just passing like? So you've taken many trips. On the Oregon
yes,
Trail,
so
and you've
many.
Survived all those trips.
Yeah, and it's very
that's
sad.
rare. That's very rare too.
There's a lot of PTSD in this community. I don't know if you know that.
I bet.
A lot of survivor's guilt.
Yeah. Now, were you a banker? Were you a? Maybe you can start the game with like banker, hunter, or
baker, candlestick maker, stuff
yeah,
like
something
that.
like that. Like,
are you making fun of my friend?
Yeah.
bitch face.
Don't make fun
Bitch
of
face
Bitch
was a
Face.
candlestick maker.
Yeah.
No, I'm not making fun of bitch face. at all.
Okay, good.
Is bitch face dead?
Oh, dysentery. It
Okay.
takes the best of us,
Yeah.
and then the rest of us.
That's poetic.
That's diarrhea, right?
That sounds like
Dysentery?
Tupac.
Oh, it's worse than
It's
we
worse
call
than-
it the screamer's diarrhea.
Oh.
It's just-
Oh, wow.
Oh,
So
goodness.
it's like painful diarrhea.
The
Oh, it
screamer's
is.
diarrhea?
It is. It's just oh, and then then there's another grave.
That sounds like a terrible roller coaster.
So
The
do you-
screamer's diarrhea.
When people are having dysentery, do you make them like stick their ass out of the side of the wagon? Like, how do you keep the wagon from getting
Yeah, we have to do a lot like lean and goes is what we call it.
it lean and goes? Okay.
Yeah, we just kind of try not to get it on the terry cloth because there's
Yeah.
only one, and that next outpost is so many miles away.
Right,
Yeah.
definitely they're very far away.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. and Plus, I'd imagine that probably leaves like a trail for animals to follow you.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. Oh, the coyotes. Oh, those coyotes.
They smell the poop and they come to the.
Oh yes, they know. Oh, they know.
Now, Poohmouth, what are you? Are you still doing the trail? Are you still out there traveling? Like what do you? When does it end for you? I guess.
Oh, when does it end?
Like, once you get to Oregon, can't you just settle down in Portland somewhere
That's
or
what you're
something?
supposed to do. It's
Well, I'm supposed to settle down, but then, other players, they're like, I have to learn about the trail. And so then they just kind of teleport you back. I know it's weird. It's the 1840s, but they have teleporters.
someone just pushes F1 and
Yes.
starts a new game.
Very,
Pretty
like,
much.
Sisyphean, if you know about Sisyphus?
I don't. Tell me.
The guy who he rolls the boulder up the hill, and then every time he gets up the hill, it rolls back down.
but
Brian, you need to take Oregon Trail
I
classes.
should. Yes.
Goodness.
I don't know many things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever lose hope or become existentially just like depressed?
I mean, sometimes I'm kind of like, oh, I got to ford this river too. And that's
Yeah.
hard. But, it's not as bad because then, I'm a hunter. So I love hunting.
Okay, that's
and
good.
hunting is kind of what brings me joy, It's
What do you hunt? What animals do you mostly hunt?
Well, I'm more of a bison man, but
what I
we've kind of driven them into extinction.
Yes,
so now
we have.
It's kind of
You guys in
just-
particular, your game has actually, I think, ruined bison.
I know. I mean, it couldn't help it. It's 300 pounds of meat.
Yeah, but
I'm
you
thinking of everyone else.
can only take 100 pounds back with you every time.
I know.
A lot of wasted bison
So
meat.
much dead bison.
I know.
Half bisons on the trail.
It is very awkward. It's just grave bison skeleton, grave bison skeleton. Ugh.
There are times where I was just like kill like 5 bear, 30 squirrels, and it's like you can take 100 pounds back. It's like one bear leg.
Yeah, you're kind of like
know?
ruining the wilderness for
Yeah.
next time. So there's like no more animals left to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think that's why they stopped making our game.
Yeah.
Just ran out of animals.
they should
I think maybe people got new computers that didn't have Oregon Trail on them anymore.
New
Yeah.
computers.
still got Minesweeper though.
Yeah.
Minesweeper.
Trailman. I remember it was.
What do you learn from Minesweeper? Nothing. Nothing.
Counting, slight problem solving.
Yeah, a
That's
little
really
bit of
it.
logic.
It's
Maybe.
like, who do you know who can teach you about Fort Walla Walla? Me.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
That always made me laugh. Fort Walla Walla. Now, I always, every single time, no matter what, would attempt to cross the river
Yeah.
with
You ford the river.
without caulking it or anything.
You see, and that is why so many of my friends have
I'm
died.
so sorry. I've probably
My
caused,
friend Pussy Willow Jones died that way.
That's a cool name, actually.
I've probably killed thousands of your friends by accident. Man, I mean, you play Mario at home and you play games like that or Contra and you die when you were a kid. It's like, all right, whatever. Nothing made me madder than drowning in the river. When you attempt to ford the river.
Yeah, nothing made me madder
You know
than
what I
watching
mean?
my friends drown in
Yeah,
the river.
I'm so
I
sorry,
know.
but like, man, that would drive
I
me
get
nuts.
it. Yeah.
Like I should have caulked it. I knew it.
You always have to cock.
Yeah.
You never go half cock. You go full cock. That's what we
Let's
say
let's just
on the trail.
this is like a
Cock the cock if you want to walk the walk.
Damn right.
Yes.
This guy gets it,
Yes.
Aleph.
Yeah.
Thank you.
High five. What if it's on?
Whoa, what's this device?
That's sorry, it's just a joke button.
Oh, okay. Oh, jeez.
If
Sorry.
it was only a foot or two, I would go for it every time. And
But you never know. Sometimes
you
they're,
lose.
The
You
current
lose
can still be
oxen.
very strong if it's only 2 feet of
they're
water.
rapids.
You lose-
Even with 1 foot,
I
rapids
know.
happen. And, we get there's exhaustion.
Yeah.
Some of us get typhoid. If we have typhoid.
Tell us about that. Like now, did you have any control over when you rested, or was that up to the player? Like sometimes would you have to be like, I need to rest. It's been
It
12
was-
days straight.
It was really up to the player, which was part of the problem because sometimes we have great players. They would care.
Yeah.
I one time my name was Lexington. That was real nice.
Oh, that's nice.
I love being a Lexington.
Yeah.
Then ever since I became a poo mouth, it's just
It's been Puma ever since.
they just don't care. Some
What's your full
players-
name again?
Poo mouth ass face.
That's right.
Who want
Okay.
that? You have to have a last name as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Poohmouth, let me ask you this question. You've survived so many trips, so every new trip, it's you and a bunch of like newbies who've
Yeah.
never done the trail again.
Mhm.
Do you tell them like,
You're gonna
hey, like, do you try to avoid making new friends? Does it kind of like make you like put up a wall in that way?
Yeah, to be honest, I
So
mean,
that's a good question. Yeah.
it is. That's a very good question. I'm glad someone cares about me. It's really hard, because I want to be like a father hen, or a rooster, I guess is what you
Father
call them.
hen, right? Yes.
Mother Goose in a way, but the
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Like a
Like
rooster.
a daddy swan.
Yes, there we go. Yes, Father Swan. Father.
Sounds like a dirty South rapper. Daddy
Yeah.
Swan.
Daddy swan.
Daddy. Whoa, what's rap?
It's music?
It's nothing that happens
Is that like
near
banjo?
Oregon.
Yeah, little, kind of like a banjo.
Okay. Oh.
It's like a like slave banjo music.
Oh my.
If that makes sense to you at all.
Yeah. Well, I know slavery.
Okay.
So anyway, friendship.
Friendship is, because we always start off. You get the introductory speech. It's like, hey, we're gonna go to Oregon. It's unincorporated still, even though it's been how many years, but we're going. And but always be careful. Make sure you have your medicine. And we always say, but just so you know, some of you might succumb to typhoid or exhaustion or
Cholera.
chlamydia. Oh, cholera. I mean,
Chlamydia was a
I don't
thing?
know about chlamydia.
cholera. I meant sorry, I got syphilis too now. It's just all.
I
Freudian
think in the
slip.
schools they didn't really have anybody dying of chlamydia or
No, you try really hard, but I don't think that was a
Yeah, it's
thing.
the silent killer, really.
Now, exhaustion has to be embarrassing to die of.
See, that's what
because-
exhaustion really meant.
Oh, I see. I
Oh.
see. Okay,
You can die of a broken arm, too, if it doesn't get healed.
that makes
Yes,
sense.
yes,
That'd be
yes.
infection will spread. Now, what was so great about Oregon?
It was just
Why is everybody trying to go there?
it was a land of opportunity, and at the time, Oregon only allowed white people there, so that was real great.
That does sound nice.
Yeah.
Also, there was a trail, so you just go. If there's, you can't just go any direction you want. You got to follow the trail.
Okay.
right?
Exactly. Oh,
Sometimes
plus,
it
Lewis
was-
and Clark had paved the way, so it was cool being like, oh, we're like Lewis and Clark.
Was
This
that their
is
trail?
amazing.
But that was your original name, right? Clark Lewison.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Clark Lewis.
in relation to Lewis or Clark?
No, my parents are just big fans.
Okay, that's good.
They were-
What was your style like playing this game, Olip? Like, what did you do? Did you try to just plow through and make
Yeah,
it to
you
the
just
end?
go for it all the time. As a kid, I think as a child, you don't have empathy.
You don't care if
for the
someone
characters, so you're just like,
You're just mad
give me
that-
all the bison that I can. I don't care if I can't carry the. You know what I mean? Let's ford the river.
dies. I don't need clothes.
I was.
Oh.
I have to admit, and I want to apologize to you, Pooh Face. I'm sorry,
Pooh
Pooh Mouth. Pooh Mouth.
Pooh Mouth.
How dare you?
First, let me apologize for getting your name wrong.
Thank you.
Pooh Mouth, and then let me apologize for my cavalier playing style, which probably caused.
Countless.
Maybe
Death.
it's not countless. Probably maybe like 50 to 60
That's
deaths,
it?
probably.
Okay.
I didn't, I didn't
sorry.
play that
I guess
much.
you have a
Played a
count.
lot.
The count
Yeah.
is 60.
Yeah.
That's good.
I didn't play that much, so it's probably only 60.
Still a lot of
60.
murders on your
Yeah,
hands.
I mean, that's a lot of graves I had to pass.
Yeah.
Can't you just put people in unmarked graves? Not to be insensitive, but at some point,
again, these were my friends. I mean, now we started unmarking them because it's like, who can keep track? And no
Another
one wants to
one.
see like Titty Fuck Jones on the side.
That was mine. That's definitely one of mine.
Was that yours?
Titty Fuck
You
Jones.
seem like a Titty Fuck Jones.
any
kind of
relation
Yeah.
to Pussy Willow Jones?
You know what? Yes, they were first cousins.
They were first
Twice
cousins.
removed.
Why is Jones such a great nickname, last name for a nickname?
Jones?
Probably
Yeah.
because of Quincy Jones.
Quincy.
Yes. We knew from back then that there was going to be a big Motown guy. For some reason, I know Motown, but not rap.
No.
That's just where it
Yeah,
stops.
it's interesting.
I don't know.
So, what's the worst disease or injury you've had on the trail?
Well, like I said, I'm still dealing with the syphilis, the syph as we call it.
Yeah.
And the worst actually was the measles. Oh, goodness.
Really?
So much itching. And then when you're itching and you have the syphilis, you're like, where is it coming from? Hoy,
Yeah, back in the 1800s, measles was the real bitch.
It really was.
Did they have like a sick wagon to so all the people with illnesses were in the one wagon, so they didn't spread to.
You would think so.
But you didn't have germ theory back then.
No, we did not. No, we just
I
had,
didn't know where it came from.
you're sick? Just spit in a bucket and, you just
Right.
get the germs out.
Spit in a bucket.
Yeah.
So he has a bucket full of spit.
Yeah.
Sick spit.
Sick spit.
I'm
Sick
sure someone
spit.
drank by accident.
Oh, yeah.
man.
Mm-hmm.
I never understood.
That's how NBA Johnson died.
NBA Johnson.
NBA
Yeah.
Johnson.
What is? What
Is that an
name?
AIDS joke or is that a Magic Johnson? Like,
Oh,
What's AIDS? Oh, like people who can help you? I wish we had that.
no,
on the
no,
trail.
no. It's not that helpful.
Oh,
Unless you are Magic Johnson,
Yeah.
and it like is like a fun, like Wikipedia thing for you.
you're telling me all these things. Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It's like a encyclopedia. You know, it's like a bunch of books that have information.
Yeah.
Oh, like a dictionary.
Like a dictionary.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a dictionary? You have books when you?
Yeah, Merriam-Webster. I remember I knew both of them. Merriam-Webster.
Okay, as real people.
I remember being like, "Hey, you gotta write this down. Dysentery. Put that in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Screamer's diarrhea." And they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna do it." And I was like, "Include a picture," and they said no.
No, that'd be too much.
I know.
It's going a little
Can
too
I ask
far.
you why you originally decided like, hey, I want to go to Oregon?
Well, okay, so this is what happened.
Couldn't
you
find a
know.
job or something.
I mean, I was a hunter. I was still living in like the Louisiana Territory. I was in New Orleans. Very Creole.
What was
Very.
that purchase for? 18 million to Louisiana purchase?
Oh,
Huh?
wow.
Right, look at
wow,
me.
look at that.
Look at me learning something.
I'm proud
Retaining
of you.
something from third grade for some reason.
Thank you so much, Brian.
You're welcome.
You made this poo mouth very proud.
Anything I could do, poo mouth.
So my parents were both bankers, and they were like, "Well, you got to be a banker too." And I said, "No, I want to hunt." And they were like, "You don't know what you're talking about. You're only 14." And I was like, 14? I'm old enough to get married.
Yeah.
So I said, "I'm going to get on the road. I'm going to find a gun." They're very plentiful. I don't know if they're plentiful here now.
Oh,
but,
yeah. We have a
Kind
problem,
of, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Ugh. And
whole
then I was
thing.
like, you know what? I'm going to just set forth, just like Lewis and Clark, my namesake.
Yeah. Okay. And then all of a sudden, poo mouth was
Then,
born.
I was doing so well. Things
Have
just
you ever
went-
had a chance to meet like a woman and settle down like in Oregon maybe? Like, do you have anybody back there?
I did. There was a woman, June Big Boobs, who I met.
June Big Boobs.
And she was very lovely, really wonderful gal. We went on a
Is
bunch.
she alive still? I feel like every time I ask that question,
It's
the
probably
answer
going
is
to be no.
So we were together for a while, and then we were just having like a nice candlelit dinner. And then
What are
the
you
pl-
eating? What were you eating?
Oh, we were just eating squirrel.
Squirrel. Okay.
It was the only thing we could fit in the wagon at that point.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a great just squirrel on a skewer, squirrel on a spit that we'd spit in the bucket.
Oh, that bucket
Then
again.
the player was like, "Okay, we're gonna get up tomorrow. We're gonna raft down this river."
Yeah.
And I said, "I don't think so. So many of us died." And the player was into it. June Big Boobs was into it.
Oh,
Boobs Jones.
June.
And I said, "June, sweetie, no."
Mm.
But then we rafted, hit a rock. June went flying off the side.
Yeah, oh,
Oh
man.
no.
And I said, "June, what happened?"
Yeah, she just floated down the river.
She just floated away. She floated away.
See, that'd be great if they did update this game now. They could make it really detailed.
I know. Well, they updated it now, so now there's women and minorities in it, which is great. You can play as a
So
woman.
women and
Really?
minorities can also die
Yeah.
on the Oregon
It
Trail.
feels really like an opportunity. I love it.
I used to, when you started the game, you could choose to leave in like April, May, June, or July, right? And you couldn't leave in April because halfway through the game it's dead heat of summer and everyone dies of exhaustion.
Yeah.
I realized. So I used to leave the second to last one. I guess that was either July or August.
July was always
So
a
it'd
good
start
time.
warm, but then it would get cold. By the time you get to Oregon, hopefully it would be cold, but you'd make it.
And it's great because, again, all those bison that you shoot and kill, you could just skin them and then you have coats.
That's
We'd be fancy.
See, they gotta update the game.
I tried to tell the player that, but the player.
VR Oregon Trail.
Yes.
It'd be great.
VR, virtual reality. Ooh.
Very good. How'd you know that?
Oh, sometimes players leave things that's, just
Yeah,
discarded
totally.
side of the road.
I gotta trim that beard you got there, Pooh Mouth. It's about 3 feet long. You've been on the trail.
It's
for
a real
while.
pioneer's beard.
Yeah, so you look.
Well,
It fits you perfectly. I'm just curious.
it's kind of like my handkerchief. It's a catch-all,
okay.
You could dab at your mouth with it. It's very, very useful.
Wow. Okay, well,
And
that's good to know then. I used to hate how you have to buy the wagon wheels.
They break. I
The
mean,
axles, the tongue. What kid knows what a wagon tongue is?
Oh,
That's where the educational part comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't tell you that ahead of time.
That's why you use your dictionary. You look
they,
it up.
They suggested you need this many, and I'd buy like the minimum all the time. But I buy a shitload of food.
Well, that's the
Okay,
problem with
good.
kids, right? Kids are not good at planning.
Yeah.
They're not good at decision making, and they don't have good empathy.
Right.
So that results in a lot of deaths.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I did notice some of the players did seem very young.
Yeah,
You know?
it was usually like second or third grade. I think this game was popular back for me.
Wow. This makes so much more sense now.
Late 80s.
Have you been on any other trails? Have you been on like the Appalachian Trail or
Some would say Appalachian.
Appalachian Trail?
Appalachian? Well, no. My friend wanted me to go on the Amazon Trail.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I was like, I don't know. I mean, there are already enough snakes as it is in Oregon, much less in the Amazon. And plus, who knows what kind of diseases you die from in the Amazon?
You get stuff goes in your pee and stuff.
Is that
in
true?
The Amazon, yeah. Like
Oh yeah, I heard about that Candiru or
parasites
something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
fish.
heard a lot.
It is the
Says up here-
Candiru.
Oh, I know a
Oh,
lot
wow.
about deaths.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a peaceful death? Like, does somebody just like say, "Oh, I'm getting old," and they just die of natural causes?
Well, when they get to Oregon, yeah, they get peaceful deaths.
Oh, that's good. How are you still around, Boomouth?
Oh,
You're hundreds of years old.
Well, I just feel like it's just good living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the hand of God. Some people are touched.
Hand of God in the Atkins diet, just even healthy.
Well, because you're only eating bison and
Yeah.
squirrel meat, right? You don't have any bread.
Bison, squirrel,
okay.
deer.
It's hard to
that's
get
it.
bread. Yeah.
Yeah, he used to be really.
I mean, I eat the occasional fruit to stay off scurvy, but it's
Sure,
really
sure.
just bison, deer. Yeah.
It was hard to kill those rabbits and squirrels. They're so quick.
Which is ridiculous.
Small.
Because I remember the player would try so hard to fight for those, and I'm like, but the bison's so slow and right there.
Yeah.
We're hungry.
You couldn't.
We're hungry.
You couldn't like die from the bear or the bison, could you? It could just walk right into you and nothing would happen. I think.
No, the bears were peaceful back then.
Yeah, that's why we shot him right in the head.
Slaughtering peaceful bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like now. Now the bears get mad.
Yeah, sometimes you get like they would just keep coming. You'd keep shooting them just because, but you're like, I can only take one of these back.
Yeah,
But you'd have like 9 dead bears around you.
I know.
It's pretty sad.
But that's to let the other bears know. We here.
Whoa! It's,
Did you want the other bears to know? Like, were you,
Don't
was it
follow
were you
us.
at war with the bears?
I wouldn't say war. It's more of a, you just have to let them know,
yeah.
like we're here.
Right.
This is our territory.
Right.
My trail.
Yeah,
Exactly.
this is my trail. Yeah, I guess you have to keep the trail secure.
You gotta let warning signs up,
Yeah. What else could you tell? Like what you wanted to come here today? What do you want to tell us about?
Well,
the
I've been
trail?
working on getting my journals published.
Those are probably
Oh
amazing.
wow, yeah.
Yep. It's it's called What I Learned from the Water, Tales from Pooh Mouth Ass Face.
Okay.
And it's basically just all
Have
about.
you thought about a pen name?
I was gonna say that.
I mean, I guess I thought about Mark Twain. I don't think that's taken yet.
It is taken.
It
was taken.
It was, yeah. Unfortunately.
Oh. Is he that good of a writer?
He was, I think considered pretty good.
I mean, I'm not a big fan, but most people like
It's
him.
popular.
Yeah.
Dang.
Doesn't mean
Okay.
What about
Good.
Clark Lewison?
Why don't you go back to your original
yeah.
name?
Oh, that's.
Does the player have to change it before you can use it again?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Right.
Is there? Do we want to? Can you pull up your Raspberry Pi? Can we? What name would you like? We could change. Your
Oh yeah,
name
we
right
can
now.
change it back for
No
you.
one's
later.
ever asked me. Oh gosh, sorry. I guess I'm looking around this room.
Don't
Maybe.
say like Lil Weezy or something.
How about Loot Crate Prime? Is that a good name?
I guess.
You want? That's what you'd like to
What
be called.
about Penny Hardaway? I've never heard
Oh.
of that person.
he's a god, so that might work.
Oh, I like God. God's forsaken me in June, but that's fine.
I could change your name to Penny Hardaway if you want.
Okay, great.
try it later. I'll see what
Wait, what?
happens.
What's your last name?
My last name's Patel.
Oh, do you think I'd be a good Ala Patel?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, you have to probably be a vegetarian if you're going to be an olive Patel, so you can't eat any more bison or
Yeah.
squirrel.
Ooh, I'm sorry, it's a hard pass. What about you, Brian?
Just
What's your last name?
McGinnis?
Oh, that's white. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
There's probably a couple thousand Ala Patels too.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe
Right.
like 1,000.
are there
yeah.
like meat-eating Ala Patels? I'll be an Ala. Oh, what
Yes.
about Olive McGinnis? Can I do that?
Oh.
Yeah, you can be Olive McGinnis. Yeah. You
Okay.
could be Brian Patel. There's probably a couple Brian Patels.
How
out
about
there.
Olive McGinnis, Brian Patel?
That's too much.
You going to have double hyphen it?
Can I?
You can.
I've never done this before.
I don't know if
Yeah, totally.
I don't know if Oregon Trail takes hyphens in names.
Yeah,
you
there's
might have
like,
a
there's like
character
6
limit.
characters.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
6 characters. Okay. Well, I don't know what names are popular these days. I keep hearing people talk about an Obama.
Drake is popular.
Okay.
How about Drake Obama?
Drake Obama.
Yeah,
that sounds
you could
really
be Drake
fun.
Obama. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
You
into
know,
this.
We're gonna do. We're gonna search for not titty fuck Jones. We're gonna search for ass mouth poo face.
Pooh face.
Full mouth ass face.
Poo mouth.
Ass face.
Ass
And we'll
face.
change the name to Obama Drake or Drake.
No,
Obama.
Drake Obama.
Yeah.
We'll change it to Drake.
Brian,
Obama.
you're really bad at names.
No, we got this. We got this. for
Let's
you.
let's get back to your journals now.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
What are your journals like?
A lot of death.
Again, it's a lot of death, a lot of shooting things, a lot about tongues and why they keep breaking. I think it's because of the wood. It's real cheap wood.
Is it? Yeah.
It's only 2-pixel wood. It's bad.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's not good.
We don't have 16 bits yet.
It's hard to find good wood on the trail, probably.
I know. Is that a dirty joke? I've heard of those.
No, it's not a dirty joke.
Okay.
But it's probably it's probably true in both senses. It's probably different. Now, did you ever get attacked? You get attacked by Native Americans sometimes.
Oh, so
Yeah,
thieves
yeah.
would come in the night and steal your shit.
Some of
It said,
the,
yeah.
I will say that I think that was the other problem. Some of the people who died, they were usually the racist ones because I was very protective. I was like, I know this is your land and my land, but let's hate the bears together. And they would usually be on my side.
Are you saying the Native Americans were the thieves?
That's
I
not
know,
what
how
I'm saying.
dare you.
no,
I'm
it-
not saying.
It always said
seems that you're
thieves came in the
applying-
night and stole your food.
This is 1849. I think that's on PC. How dare you?
No.
I always thought it was so annoying when it would be like, hey, a thief came and stole 300 pounds of food and like 4 pairs of clothing. Like,
Yeah, one thief carried
how'd he do
300 pounds
that?
of food.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, that thief. Oh, God.
There's just one guy?
It was all one guy. One very strong guy.
You never
As
had
big
like
as the
guard
wagon.
duty. You
Very
were on
efficient,
Guard duty
too.
or something.
We tried, but the player wouldn't let us. The player was very into us dying in funny and hilarious ways.
Yeah. I guess if you could, it was so random. And sometimes it was like, hey, they got a broken arm. Do you want to rest? And it's like, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But then by the time you get to, like you said, Fort Walla Walla, they're done.
Yeah, I think that's the cruelty of children, right?
Yes.
I think you're right. It's because I did not realize they were 6 or 7 years old. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it's basically magnifying ants. Like
If
with the
as an
burning
adult,
ants and
I would
pulling their
like try
wings
to
off.
save every single person.
Did you?
Probably. No,
Oh,
I mean, I never played it.
No,
as an
now I
adult.
would. Yeah, totally.
Now I'd be like, I don't want anybody to die.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
That way we can claim the land from the Native Americans' Oregon faster. You know what I mean?
There it
If
is.
we're all dying on the way
There it
there, how can we make a successful settlement?
Yeah, you can't take it over just one of you.
It's
Yeah.
stupid.
You need an
Doesn't make any
army.
sense.
Well, you need or just one thief.
Yeah, it's true.
One real strong thief.
What else would happen? The wagon go on fire? Why was that a thing? Why did the wagon go on fire all the time? What the hell were you guys doing?
There are just a couple pyromaniacs we'd bring with us. It wasn't smart. I would say no, but
you have fires in the wagon for heat,
Yeah.
maybe, or something like that?
no, it's really just for show,
For show.
Because you got to read by candlelight, but then it gets cold outside, so you're like, let's start a fire indoors, and then some people are like, ooh,
Oh, yeah,
fire.
that's not a good idea.
Yeah, one of our favorite things to do is like we play Sparkster.
What's
What does that mean?
Oh, you just watch a spark jump.
Oh, yeah, because there's no TV or anything.
Yeah.
There's no anything. Yeah.
Just look at fire and watch sparks jump.
It's amazing.
How do you
Sometimes-
how do you win Sparkster?
Oh, by not burning to death.
Okay, right.
That's a good one.
It's a really good way to win.
Yeah.
Super easy.
What was the first journal entry you like? What made you be like, I'm going to start documenting this for the future?
Oh, I still remember. It was gosh, I think I have it right here. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, look at this old thing.
Whew. Day 1. Can't believe I'm going on this rip-roaring journey. Woohoo! Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. It's me here, my friend Blooper Jacobs, and my friend Piranha Jones, and my other friend Shitmouth Monkey Face, and whoo.
Shit,
Yeah.
monkey face.
Shitmouth. He was a hell of a gem. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And there's this really beautiful woman here named Lady Ladyson. And I was like, wow, that's really creative, Lady Ladyson. Me and Lady Ladyson, we kind of hit it off very well.
what
But
happened
we'll
to
see.
her?
Well,
Oh, I mean,
let's skip to day 15.
That's all it lasted?
Day 15. Oh dear, our wagon broke. And for some reason, the player said, I don't have enough money. So let's just see what we can do here. And then coyotes came. And Lady Ladyson got taken away.
Oh,
By the coyotes.
No, by the Sioux.
Oh.
They sent coyotes to distract. They're really clever
they
people, the
work
Sioux.
with the coyotes.
The Sioux Indians.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. Oh, the Sioux.
So some lady named Sue came by.
No, I wish. That would have been
Curly
nice.
Sue, Peggy Sue.
Oh, that really would have warmed my fireplace.
Yeah.
But nope.
I used to, man, I feel so bad. I'm thinking about it now. Like, I used to see how long they can go without food.
Wow.
Like, I would just keep letting them go. I wouldn't rest. I wouldn't stop. I'd do a grueling, what was it, grueling pace? What was the
Yeah, grueling pace.
rigorous pace?
Why was that even a choice?
It was like
Because
moderate.
people are assholes.
Yeah,
That's why.
I would just let it go. I would just push enter or spacebar, I think, and just see what happens.
I have a question for you.
Uh-huh. Let it
wha-
out.
Are there any other long-term survivors other than you?
Oh, yeah, no, there was me. There's another one. Oh, he was really, really cool. His name was Brian Calvin. It was very weird.
Brian Calvin.
Brian Calvin,
weird.
yeah.
So creative.
I know.
The name.
I thought it was like penis butt fart or something. It would be.
Okay, let's not make fun.
What happened to Brian Calvin?
Oh,
What
Brian
is he
Calvin,
doing
he
now?
was a great survivor. He actually ended up setting up shop at Fort Kearney. He opened up his own store. He has his own
good.
outpost now.
He's one of the guys you can buy bullets from.
Yeah, he said he was like, no, I'm getting out of the game.
Have you ever thought about that? Like just saying, like, you know what, I'm going to stay here and hunt at Fort whatever.
I do, but I think I'm just too deep. I'm in too deep.
Yeah.
And plus, the people at the outpost, and they get hooked on tobacco and opium, and I don't want to go down that road.
Oh.
You don't want to go down that road.
That's all you could buy. The only thing you could buy at these stores was food and bullets. Which I feel like that's the way this world is going now, too. That's the only supplies. Food and bullets.
I know.
Yeah, that's the two main things you need, and water, I guess, but there's plenty of water.
There's a lot of water.
Well,
Water's
you're probably
everywhere.
drinking dirty water. That's why you're getting dysentery. But
Oh, yep. That's how you get it.
I keep hearing about these things called amoebas. I gotta avoid them.
Yeah. It's a really, really
you can't really
crazy
avoid
life.
amoebas because you can't see them. But you just have to. Do you have bottled water? Okay, so you have bottled.
Bottled.
Obviously. Okay.
We have pouches made out of buffalo intestines.
And you put water in those and then you drink
Yeah,
them.
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
that
I see a
explains a
little bit
lot.
of problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Man.
So tell us more about these. Do you want to plug these journals? Like, what are they called? When are they coming out?
Yeah. Like I said, there's that one. Oh, there's also that's the name of it.
Is that like what somebody would say right before they die or
That was
something?
probably a couple
Yeah.
years in.
The death wail of June Big Boobs.
That's sad.
As if she was floating down the river.
Yeah.
Now, is that a whole journal, or is it like how many pages is?
That's more of an excerpt.
Okay.
Right.
It's more of a novella, really.
Yeah, really, that's nice.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
try to make him. You try to give a story behind the deaths.
Yeah, well, every death tells a story,
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Oh, there's that one. What's the other one? Oh, there's another one. Oh, it's called oh, yikes. Oh.
Yeah, that's probably another one
Yeah.
getting attacked or.
That was Pussy Willow.
Are you getting a lot of interest from publishers on this?
Probably not.
I did get one from Two Pines Entertainment. That one is a good one.
Who's that?
Two Pines.
What do they do?
Oh, they're just all about pulp.
Oh,
They like Pulp Fiction.
is that Chris Pine and his brother, Two Pines?
Two Pines.
Come on, Brian.
You never
This
know.
is serious. Don't ring that bell.
I just saw
Poo
it there.
mouth.
I thought that was for
Poo mouth. Do you like games? Do you like to play games?
Well, yeah, not Oregon Trail, but I like
No,
that.
other games. This is
Yes.
this. Nobody's gonna die. Well, not you won't die. in
Actually,
this game.
someone's gonna die.
Oh dear.
Let's
Okay.
play
Somebody will
a
die.
quick game of Wed Bed Dead, Pooh Mouth. What do you say, huh?
Yeah, I'm into it.
Wed Bed Dead is a game we play here where we give you 3 video game characters, and you're gonna tell us who you want to wed, who you want to bed, and who you want dead.
Nice. I like this theme music.
Thank you all for the theme. So here we go.
I'm
We
gonna
got-
take your name, Olive. I like this.
So-
Olive McGinnis.
Yeah, that would be great. So this first one is I guess his name is Ryo from the King of Fighters,
Ryo.
which
Oh, I
is funny
believe it's-
because he's basically a Ken
rip-off
doppelganger.
of
It's
Ken,
a complete ripoff of Ken from Street Fighter. So he's got a red gi or an orange gi. He's got blonde hair. He looks exactly like Ken from Street Fighter, basically. Let's just say.
Oh yes, Rio. My friend, my player friend Calvin told me about him.
Did he?
Yes.
So Ryo from the King of Fighters.
Okay.
This next one is a huge legend and classic in the gaming industry. It's Donkey Kong.
Oh.
Now, Pooh Mouth, Donkey Kong is a giant
You
gorilla.
guys, it's really insulting.
I didn't
can't
mean
remember.
to. A giant
Pooh Mouth.
gorilla. He throws barrels. He wears a tie.
Oh, I like
sometimes.
barrels. They
Yeah.
usually have food in them.
Yep.
Okay.
Usually he wears a tie. Very popular. Still going
Yeah,
strong
he's a real
today.
popular guy. He's a gorilla
legend.
with a tie, basically.
The next one is Glass Joe, who is a very feeble, skinny boxer. Mm-hmm. He's a terrible boxer.
Oh, is that pugilism?
He's a Frenchman.
He's a French.
Ugh,
He was
the French.
one of our favorite guests, by the way, on our podcast. Episode
he
8-ish, I think.
Oh.
Glass Joe. So, Pooh Mouth, Wed Bed Dead, Ryo, Donkey Kong, or Glass Joe?
Then there's no women?
No, sorry.
Sorry,
Oh,
Pooh Mouth,
okay.
not this time.
Oh, boy.
You would have
Wow.
loved one of those, huh?
Oh, God, a woman.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard.
Sorry.
Oh, goodness. Sometimes you just have to rub horse dung on your balls. Anyway.
What?
I did.
Okay.
You got to simulate the... Anyway,
Is
I'm
that
sorry.
with
This
Horse
is a
dung,
personal...
you said?
It's a good consistency.
Well, try
Hey,
it.
we're not talking about me.
Okay.
We're talking about this.
Okay.
You get lonely.
Yeah, I
I
can
can't wait to
imagine.
ask Calvin if he knows anything about horse dung.
yeah.
Next week.
Definitely.
Oh,
It's
dear.
called like equine play or
Right,
something.
yeah.
Is Calvin into that stuff?
Probably.
Oh, we'll find out next
He's a
week.
real freak.
Okay, so Rio, Donkey Kong, Glass Joe. Well, okay. Well, Glass Joe, you said he's weak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel really bad doing that. I'm gonna have to dead Glass Joe.
Oh.
Jeez.
I
Only
just
the
gotta
strong
think about-
survive on these trails, man.
Yeah.
I gotta think about who's gonna survive. And
He's seen it all. He knows who's gonna last.
It's true, and if he's got a glass jaw. I mean, oof, that's real bad.
Yeah.
Means he can't chew well. It's not good.
Probably not.
Oh no. Okay, next up, Donkey Kong. He's with the barrels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it
Big old
sounds like-
monkey.
big monkey. Ooh, well. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wed him
Okay.
because the barrels is good and he's strong, and that's nice. And then when he dies, I can cut him up and eat his meat,
Oh.
and that'll be real good.
Didn't see that coming.
So then I
Wow.
don't have to worry about food.
Wow. Okay.
So Donkey Kong, I'm gonna marry him.
Wow.
Killing
That's
Donkey
very
Kong
interesting.
after
Okay.
the marriage
And
ends.
then Rio, I guess I'm gonna have to curl up by the fire with Rio. He seems nice, and the ghee seems warm.
I feel like Calvin would do the same thing in this situation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he might have.
We'll
chosen
have to find out. We'll ask him offline.
We'll ask him next
yeah.
week. Yeah. Good choices. Can I go?
Yeah.
So I'll go here. So we got Rio, Donkey Kong, Glass Joe. I mean, look, Rio just seems like a ripoff of Ken, and like it's silly that his name is almost the same thing as Ken's best friend Ryu. So it's like they changed the letter. That seems kind of silly. Getting the same outfit. I'm gonna dead this guy. I just think he's kind of corny right off the bat.
Yeah. I can.
You see that?
Kind
I
of
mean,
makes sense. Yeah.
So
How are you gonna kill him? Dysentery?
you know what? If I could, yeah, right in his pee hole, I'll put something in there. And
Dysentery comes out the other way.
Okay. Which one do you get when you go in the pee hole? What was that
Oh,
called?
that's the Kendiru.
Kendiru.
Kendiru. That's
The
it. I didn't-
fish.
That doesn't
Says-
kill you though. I don't
Oh, the fish that jumps in your. I've heard of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's creepy.
Yeah.
All right. So, Donkey Kong or Glass Joe, wet or bed? I'm going to. You know what? Same thing as Pooh Mouth here. I'm going to wed Donkey Kong. Because having a giant monkey around all the time, we may have had this before. I think would be a fun, awesome thing to have there. I think it'd be cool.
Are you into hairy guys?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
But I think it'd just be an interesting
Could
change
shave
of
him,
pace.
you wouldn't know the difference.
I would know.
Okay.
I think I would know it's still an enormous monkey.
Dark room, maybe
But,
you wouldn't know.
Maybe.
I mean, everything's the same in the dark.
Yeah. Well, then I would have to bed Glass Joe, because I think if I needed to get this done quickly, because I'm not a fan of bedding men, I'd probably overpower him. It seems like he seems pretty easy, like a pushover.
That sounds like rape.
It's not rape.
Also,
it's
he-
consensual, but I think I'll just do it real quick. and
You'll consensually overpower him.
get over with. I don't mean it bad. I just mean like, okay, let's just do this real quick.
Those words
Joe.
don't go together.
I'm like, let's do it real
throwing
quick,
out.
Joe. Get over with. And if he wanted more, I'd be like, nah. I just push him away, and he couldn't like come back for seconds, which he'd probably want. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I
I'm
mean,
just-
you
I'm
seem very strapping.
I'm just
Brian.
guessing. Thank you.
Right.
So there we go. All up.
All right. Ryo, Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
and Glass Joe. Not really a great set.
No.
Here. This is a really low
They're not.
quality set for all these options here.
Again, the magic of
Is
this game.
Ryo like rich at all? Does he like?
I mean, he's a ripoff. Probably not. He's probably
Yeah,
You
King
know,
of
life
Fighters
isn't
is
about
not
money.
is not a very popular game, right?
even though there's like 30 of them. It hasn't really.
It's got a niche market, I've
It's a
heard.
very small.
let me see
subs-
if there's any if he's like a, like a
I would say money is important because it buys things like wagon wheels and food.
yeah I don't know.
Puma, do you
What's
think
his-
Rio is rich by any chance? Do you know?
I don't know. His friend is rich, I hear, Robert Garcia, which is a very weird guy to hang around someone named Rio, but those are the breaks.
So okay, I think I'm going to. I forget what you did. Did you marry Donkey? I'm gonna marry Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wed Donkey Kong.
How come?
Because I feel like he's sort of like the big man around town in Donkey Kong Country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So you would move there?
Yeah, I would move to Donkey Kong Country. We'd have unlimited like
Bananas.
banana eating, and we get maybe he'd let me ride like the rhino or the ostrich, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
That does sound fun.
And we could shoot around in the barrels, stuff like that. I think that would be fun.
That's a great thing.
I think there's a lot of fun things to do in
Yeah, you're a fucking
in
monkey
do-
now.
yeah.
You know, that'd be great.
I'm married to a monkey. We could have kind of like a loveless marriage, but hopefully, who knows?
I think there'd be love there.
Maybe love can come later.
Michael Jackson and Mr. Bubbles worked it out.
There you go. How do you know that?
Oh, we just get future transmissions.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
okay, all right. I'm gonna marry Donkey Kong. Oh man.
Yeah. Tough. 5 seconds on the clock.
I guess I'll bed Ryo.
Oh.
You know, because he's a good-looking dude, and that would help my self-esteem. That a good-looking dude would
Okay.
want to hook up with me like that. You know.
That makes sense.
You have low self-esteem.
I mean, it's not. It's great. It's okay. But it could always be higher.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh.
Um.
I'll introduce you to my friend who's coming on the next trail.
And then who's left?
What's his name?
Oh, her. It's a she.
Oh, what's her name?
Her name is Star Jackson Thunderfuck.
Okay.
Yeah, she sounds pretty hot
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, she is.
And
She's
then
got 16 pixels. Ooh. Get into that.
And then Glass Joe.
Glass Joe, we're gonna have to kill Glass Joe.
Poor Glass Joe.
Because here's the problem with Glass Joe, right? If you wed him, you don't want to be wedded to like a guy who loses every fight. He has CTE 100%. Right, because
totally.
he's been knocked out so many times.
99 times.
You try to bed him. Here's the problem with betting him, right? You try to bed him, he can't handle that. He passes out, and then you're practically just raping him. So it's a lose.
Wow.
I'm
You
glad
just put him
you're...
out of his misery.
Hashtag me too. Thank you,
Yeah.
Alan.
Yeah.
So-
I've heard of that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that makes sense too. I'm rethinking my choices, but I've already slipped.
You locked him in.
I've already
It's too
locked
late.
him in.
Too late.
We're gonna mail them to all the characters now, so
Yeah.
they know our choices.
Final decision. So, Pooh Mouth Assface.
Yes.
Thank-
Thank you for finally getting it
Thank
right.
you so much.
Drake
for being
Obama.
here.
You will be Drake
Yes,
Obama.
Drake
Yeah,
Obama.
we'll
Drake
do it
Obama.
later
podcast.
tonight. We'll change it. So hopefully it goes through.
Thank you so much. Please, again, look for my journals. They're going to be on this thing called a Zune. So
What are the
please-
names again of the journals?
Oh.
Right, that's one of them, right?
One of them.
What's the other one?
They're on a list.
Oh, they're on
yeah,
the list. Okay. Wow.
Just search.
Usually you
for,
work a lot on these books, and you kind of like, you're
Yeah.
familiar with them. But that's
Yeah.
I get it.
Again, the syphilis, it just really takes over. There's
Clarity.
holes in
It's
here.
clarity.
You know.
So,
There's a lot of plaques on the noggin.
Yeah.
from the thief knocking you out. and stealing
Yeah,
your
that
shit.
too. That
Yeah.
too. I
And-
got internal and external pain. I gotta go. I gotta visit the grave of another one of my friends.
Oh, well,
Oh
good
my
luck with
God,
that.
so
I'm so
sad.
sorry. It's probably
Thank you. His name is Urinetown, and it really is hurtful.
That's a great musical I've heard.
Yeah.
That is what I've heard.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you for listening. If you play Oregon Trails, please be mindful of your choices.
That's my PSA too. Please just give us enough food.
Yeah.
Don't ford the river.
Don't be cheap.
Don't ford the river.
Don't take risks with other people's lives.
I really want
Yes.
to play it again now, like the right way. I
Yeah.
want to go.
Well, we wouldn't have
first.
to play anyway to change his name
That's
to
true.
Drake Obama.
We'll
So
do,
Well,
it, we'll
again,
do it later.
we'll try to make a run through, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you'll make it through.
Do you think there's somebody live streaming on Twitch Oregon Trail right now?
Yes,
Probably,
100%.
right?
Most. Oh, it's Twitch.
All right. It's nothing. Don't worry about
All
it.
right. Bye, everybody.
Shit face. Bye.
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.